Hey guys and hello world! Today I'm going to show you how to make a world trip at Mach 10 in less than 6 hours. A link to the flight plan and the airport information I've used is in the video description. So a while ago the free plane experimental Darkstar was released with looks only a mother could love, but at least the plane is fast and can reach speeds of up to Mach 10. This finally makes it possible for us to fly around the Earth in a reasonable amount of time. So I've set myself the goal to do just that and fly at least the distance of the circumference of the equator. I've created a flight plan that takes us from Berlin via Montreal to Honolulu. And from there we continue on to Brisbane, Tokyo, New Delhi and finally back to Berlin. When you load the flight plan you still have to set your fuel quantity level to 100% and then you're good to go. So I've started the trip in Berlin at 21:30 local time, and after the start it's pretty much straightforward. There's no autopilot, so you have to watch your heading and your fuel consumption. To ensure you reach the next airport, fuel consumption should be less than 30,000 pounds per hour. To achieve this, you need to make sure that you reach the maximum flight altitude of 275,000 feet. In the download I've included the info on the runways and refueling facilities of the airports. With the only exception of Tokyo Haneda, I found a refueling station at every airport. In Tokyo you just have to press Shift F to call a fuel truck or use the simulator's repair and refuel feature. If you want to use this feature however, then you have to assign a shortcut to it as there's none by default. But with repair and refuel you could even make the world trip without having to land at all. So when I made my attempt I had the problem that my frame rate dropped after a few minutes, quite considerably actually, which only returned to normal when I saved and reloaded my progress. So I'm not gonna lie, I sugarcoated, the plummeting frame rate made the tour more for sure than a fun endeavor for me. And it made the landings quite impossible. Oh my god. Granted that may just be my 11-year-old PC and the fact that I recorded the trip, but ugh. Setting up a manual cache of the airports might also help with the playability and the enjoyment of the trip, but don't expect necessarily a smoother frame rate from it. Personally, I didn't discover this until after the trip, so unfortunately I can't really say how much of a difference it'll make to you. Landing is very difficult in the Darkstar, but what worked best for me was to set the Scram engine back to idle about 150 miles ahead of the airport, and then descend to 100,000 feet. Below Mach 4 the jet engines turn on automatically. We then continue our descent to 10,000 feet, which we should reach about 20 miles from the airport. Then we contact the tower, get our landing clearance, continue down to flight level 30, reduce our speed to about 250 knots, align our aircraft with the correct runway and then try to touch down as gently as possible. And that's about it. After that we head for the nearest refueling station and then we'll just repeat that spiel 5 more times. So the low frame rate was a problem for me, but overall, I enjoyed the trip. I mean, never mind the landings, those were horrible, but due to the short stints of about 40 minutes between the airports, you never get bored, and especially in North America and Eurasia, there's lots for you to see. The trip is especially enjoyable if you put on some music or a good playlist. So the completionist in me is glad that I made this trip. After all, if we get the opportunity to tour the world, we might as well do it. And in case you are wondering, I didn't get an achievement for the flight. That's a bit sad, but it is what it is. So if you made the trip and beat my time, I'm actually really curious to know how long it took you and how your trip was. In any case, I wish everyone who wants to take up the challenge a lot of fun and good luck. Thank you for watching.